and welcome to the Aunty Lisa Show. Jazz hands. What shall we do a story about today? From the silver bag, we will find... Oh, look at that. Kristoffer, Aleksander and Aunty Lisa. Every time. Emmet. Excellent. And a Martian. Okie dokie. From the red bag. With a little funny diamond shape. We will have... Oh, I picked out two. Kwazii and Claire. Okie dokie. From the bag of random things. There's not a lot of random things left. I'll have to add things to the random bag of things. A bike. Okie dokie. And from the bag of places. What's this one? The underground. Ooh. Okay. One day, Kristoffer, Aleksander and Aunty Lisa decided to go on a trip to London. Yep, they were going to take in all of the sights, like the London Eye, which is a great big Ferris wheel which you can go on. I've been on it once actually. And the Tower of London, which is pretty scary. And there's a river and some cool markets. And there is loads and loads of coffee shops. Like, there's more coffee shops in London than you could shake any size stick at. It's full of coffee shops. So the other place they were going to go visit actually is the Natural History Museum is in London. Did you know? And so is the Science Museum. Two excellent places to visit. So, good she knows, they packed a bag, and in their bag they put such things as a handy map of the underground. You need that when you're travelling through London. And some snacks, obviously, and some things like binoculars and a camera and their iPads, just in case. And all sorts of lovely treats and drinks and stuff like that. And off they went on the train, first of all. And then when they reached the edge of London, they went aboard the Underground, which is also known as the Tube, because the trains go inside a tube and they shoot along really fast underneath the ground. So they got on the Underground and they were like, whoa, it is super crowded on the Underground. Like, you cannot move for people. There's people everywhere. Sometimes you get stood underneath someone who's great, big, tall, and your face is in their armpit. And that's exactly what happened to Aunty Lisa when they all got on board the train on the Underground. And she was like, it's so stinky person. And the person who was stinky turned around and glared at Aunty Lisa, and Aunty Lisa went, oopsie. And so anyway, eventually, having travelled on the Underground for a little way, they made it to the Science Museum, because that's where they were going to go first. And at the Science Museum, they went to see all the space stuff. And I think we've done this before actually in a story. So they went to see the rockets and the rocket launching things and all the computers and loads of rocks from outer space. And they were just enjoying the Science Museum and all the buttons. You've got loads of buttons to press at the Science Museum. When they bumped into Emmet. And Emmet went, oh, hey guys, fancy seeing you here at the Science Museum. And Aleksander and Kristoffer and Aunty Lisa, wow, hi Emmet, lovely to see you. And he said, hey, have you seen the new exhibit at the Science Museum? And they said, no. He said, well, come with me. And so they did. They went to the new exhibit at the Science Museum. And they found that the exhibit was all about the planet Mars. And they were like, oh my gosh, I didn't even know this was here. So they learnt about the planet Mars and how its atmosphere is not very good for humans to live in. And it has red rocks on it, and had some rocks from the planet Mars there. And a model Mars rover, which is a robot that has been travelling all around Mars for ages now, sending back pictures. It has like a wheel and track sort of system, I think. Anyway, they were just about to leave the Mars exhibit when they heard a little funny noise. And it went... And Aleksander and Kristoffer went, could you hear that, Aunty Lisa? And Aunty Lisa said, what? What? She went, oh, I do hear that now you say something. And Emmet said, what funny noise? And then he listened really hard. And it went... And they went, I think it's coming from one of those rocks from the planet Mars. They went, no, the rock can't be making a noise. It must be the security system or something like that. So they walked over to the rock that was in a special glass case. And they looked extra closely at it. And it looked like it was starting to glow a little bit. It was kind of going... And they went, that is super, super freaky. And then an even freakier thing happened. Which was that a crack started to appear in the rock. A big, ginormous crack appeared in the rock. And Aleksander, Kristoffer, Aunty Lisa and Emmet looked around like, let's just hope no one else can see this. And the crack got bigger and bigger and bigger. And the little noise was still going. No. This is super weird. And then the rock went and split in 2 pieces. And in the middle was a really strange thing. In the middle was a teeny tiny alien from the planet Mars. A teeny tiny baby alien. And it said, and it looked up at all of them and went, and Aleksander, Kristoffer and Aunty Lisa went, whoa, an alien from the planet Mars. And Emmet went, shh, don't tell anybody. What if they take it to a scientific lab and do tests on it? We've got to rescue it. We've got to be super stealthy, okay? And everyone went, yeah, that sounds like a pretty smart idea, actually. So, Aunty Lisa stood guard outside the Mars exhibit like this. And she put up a bit of tape across the doorway so people would think it was shut. That was smart. She always packs her hazard tape, does Aunty Lisa. A little bit of tape across any door. Psh, people assume it's closed. Anywho, so people were just wandering past going, oh, and Aunty Lisa was saying, yeah, unfortunately the Mars exhibit's closed. Oh, God, what a shame. Meanwhile, Emmet, Kristoffer and Aleksander were on a secret mission to rescue the baby Martian. So they thought, okay, we bet there's some kind of sensor attached to this exhibit. How are we going to overcome it? And Emmet said, I know, I've seen it in a movie. All we've got to do is put something that's the exact same weight as what appears to be an egg. We thought it was a rock. And just do a swap. And Aleksander and Kristoffer said, there's no way that can fail. Excellent plan, Emmet. What have you got that weighs the exact same amount? And he went, oh, Planty. No, I left Planty at home. And then Aunty Lisa said, I've got this packet of peanuts. I bet it weighs the same. So she lobbed the packet of peanuts over to Emmet, and Emmet gave the packet of peanuts to Aleksander and Kristoffer. And they said, right, we're going to lift off the glass, and then on 3, we're doing a swap, okay? And swap the peanuts for the alien and its special egg. Ready, steady, go! And in that moment, Emmet lifted up the glass, and Aleksander grabbed the rock, and Kristoffer grabbed the alien. And they went, wait a minute, we've forgotten to put the peanuts on. Hold on, hold on. So they re-thought about that a second, and they said, okay, Kristoffer, you're going to put the peanuts on. Aleksander, you're going to grab the alien and the rock. And then Kristoffer said, I want to grab the alien and the rock. And Aleksander said, fine, I'll put the peanuts on, and you grab the alien and the rock, okay? And they said, okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Like ninjas. Ninjas. They swapped the rock and the alien, or its egg, for the packet of peanuts. And then they stood and they paused for a moment. And they looked around, waiting for an alarm to go off. And thank goodness, nothing happened. So they said, okay, now what? And the little alien, it was still in Kristoffer's hands, went, and Aleksander said, I think he might be hungry. What do you think he eats? And everyone, Aunty Lisa said, hopefully not peanuts, because we just swapped them over. Right, we've got to sneak him out of here. Quick, put him in someone's backpack. So, they quickly snuck the alien into Aunty Lisa's backpack. And Kristoffer and Aleksander each had half the rock, because that was the fairest way to divide it up. And they said, right, we've got to just walk out of here. Super cool. And that's what they did. So they were like, they took down the little barrier they'd made with the tape, rolled it back up, kept it for another day, and wandered through the Science Museum, past all the different exhibits, going, ooh, ooh, beep, and just strolled on out. And just as they strolled on out, the alarm started ringing. Someone had obviously noticed that there was a packet of peanuts instead of a Martian rock in one of the exhibits. Ugh, Aunty Lisa should have left the barrier up on the door. No one would have gone in there for ages. Darn it. So, at that point, they thought, we've got to make a very speedy getaway here. Okay, what's the quickest way out of here? And they noticed just by the railings on the side was a bike. In fact, it was the best kind of bike, because it actually had 3 wheels and a basket, and it was a trike. And they said, well, if we all get on this bike, we could get out of here quickly. And they looked around, and there didn't seem to be anyone who owned it, and it looked a bit old and gnarly. And they said, well, we can put it back later. And before they knew it, there were security guys running out of the museum. And they said, get in the bike! So Aunty Lisa was on the peddling side. Emmet was sat on her lap. Aleksander and Kristoffer and the little baby dinosaur, actually the baby dinosaur was in Aunty Lisa's backpack. Baby dinosaur, baby alien. And they got in the basket at the back, and she sped down the roads of London City as fast as her legs would take her. And then they said, right, we've got to ditch the bike. We've got to get back on the underground and get ourselves out of here before we're arrested by the police. I said, okay, so they all charged down the underground, down the escalators, and into the nearest tube train. That's what the doors do. And they climbed inside. There wasn't too many sweaty people, so they were relieved. And they sat down and went, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And the doors went, beep, beep, beep. And they went, oh, sounds like the alien. And then they said, right, what are we going to do now? So they're in the underground train. The underground train started going along in its rattly, clattery way. They're like, we are going to need to get some help. Who can we ask for help? Well, luckily, the underground now has Wi-Fi. So you can actually call people from the underground. And they had the carriage all to themselves. So they called up someone who they knew a lot about creatures. And that someone was Claire, because she runs Jurassic World. And that was the nearest thing they could think of to an alien species. And they called her up on their FaceTime. They said, "Hey, Claire." And Claire said, What do you want?" "Oh, I was busy. I'm having a manicure today." She's having her nails done. And Aleksander and Kristoffer went, "We've got a really curious find. We need to show you it quickly." And Claire said, "Well, okay, fine. Bring it to Jurassic World. I'll let Owen know." You two, honestly. And Aleksander and Kristoffer said, "Okay, we'll be along in a minute, all right? Okay, bye." So, the underground train obviously didn't take them all the way to Jurassic World. The underground train took them out as far as it could. And then they had to catch on another train. And then they had to get in a boat. But eventually, all of them made it to Jurassic World where Claire was. And and they said, "Hey, Claire, get Owen." She got Owen as well. And Owen said, "What's up, guys? What's going on? It was our day off. Claire was having a manicure. I was going to get my feet done. What's going on?" And Aleksander and Kristoffer said, "Can you keep a secret?" And Owen said, "Yeah." And Claire said, "Obviously." And they said, "Okay, here we go." And they, between them, took out the little baby alien and put it in front of Owen and Claire. And they went, "What do you think?" And Owen and Claire went, "What is it?" And Aunty Lisa said, "Well, we think it's an alien from the planet Mars. It was in a rock at the exhibit at the Science Museum, and don't tell anybody, but we might have rescued it from the Science Museum." And Owen said, "Do you mean you stole it from the Science Museum?" And Aunty Lisa said, "Stole is a very strong word, but if by stole you mean took it without asking, then yes." And Owen said, "Aunty Lisa, we've talked to you before about stealing things." And Aunty Lisa said, "Yes, but it's different if you're rescuing things, like, Martians." And Owen said, "Okay, fine. So, what are we going to do with this little guy? Do you know what he eats?" And the little alien went, so Owen went and got him some meat. And the alien went, bleh. And they went, "Oh, I don't think he likes meat, Owen." So then Owen went and got him some broccoli. And the alien went, "Don't like broccoli. Wonder if he likes cake." So they got him some cake. And the alien went, no, "Oh, he doesn't like cake either." And they went through all the different foods they could think of. And they went, "Oh, we've got to feed this little guy." The little alien was going, he looked so hungry. And they said, "We've got to ask another expert. Who do we know that knows things about weird creatures?" The Octonauts! They deal with weird creatures all of the time. Okay, guys, we'll call it Octonauts. So, Aleksander and Kristoffer called up the Octonauts on their iPad. And they said, "Hey, is anyone there?" And the Octonauts said, Kwazii answered. And Kwazii went, "Ahoy there, me hearties, Aleksander and Kristoffer, my favourite human lads. What be going on with you today?" And Aleksander and Kristoffer said, "We have a really strange problem, actually, Kwazii." And Kwazii said, "What be the problem? Be you having a strange boil on your bottoms?" And Aleksander and Kristoffer went, no, we haven't got a boil on our bottoms. No. And Kwazii said, oh, well, that was a strange problem though, right? And Aleksander said, yes, that was a strange problem. But no, we actually have a strange creature that we need help thinking of what to feed it. And Kwazii said, oh, that'd be right up our streets. Okay, we'll bring the octopod around to Jurassic World shortly. And then we'll come and help ye. So, they thought, well, let's have a cup of tea. So they all had a cup of tea while they waited for the Octonauts to turn up. And by, the Octonauts arrived. Kwazii and Peso and Captain Barnacles and all that gang. Dashi was there. She took lots of photos because she was super excited about meeting an alien for the first time. But they said, you must promise not to share these photos with anybody else. And Dashi said, don't worry, I won't. And she's a very trustworthy person, so that was okay. So, Peso, who's the medical guy, he said, so you've tried all the normal foods. But have you tried any of the unusual foods? For example, some sea creatures like to eat algae, which is basically slime. And other creatures like to dissolve and eat bits of mud, which is also pretty disgusting. And other creatures like to eat other creatures, which is a fun thing too. Let's just try all the things that we don't think of as food. And so, that's what they did. And they gave the little alien a bit of... First of all, they gave the little alien a bit of sand. And the little alien went... Bleh! And they went, okay. The alien does not like to eat sand. Can't say I blame it. What else do we have? So they gave the little alien a bit of algae. And the alien went... Bleh. And I went, doesn't like algae. What else might he like? Hold on a minute. Maybe he would like something that's a bit more like a rock. Because on Mars, there are lots and lots and lots of rocks, right? And everyone said, yeah, I think there's lots and lots and lots of rocks. Okay. What if we find him the nicest, tastiest looking rock we can? And so that's what they did. And they found him a special rock from under the sea that had lots of iron in it. So it was kind of orange like the rocks on Mars. And the alien went, nom 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 nom. And they said, wow, he really likes that rock. Okay, well, I say we keep him. And everyone agreed that keeping the alien was the best idea that they'd had all day. And the little alien went... And they said, I think he agrees. So the alien ate lots more rock and everybody else had lots of cake and ice cream. And they all celebrated being a little bit criminal, but also rescuing of a creature in distress, which is what, of course, the Octonauts do every day. And that is the end of the story. Love you. Bye-bye.